Hey, what's good, social cam, Twitter fam, and Facebook fam, man? I'm just wanting to give you a praise report, post preaching, post ministering. Man, yesterday my knee was hurting, but it wasn't hurting long for a couple seconds, nothing specific. And in my heart, I felt the Lord, I felt the Lord was going to do some healing today. And I got to church and I preached from John 5 about the guy laying at the pool of Bethesda. And Jesus told him to get up, take up your bed and walk. And after I got done preaching, some ladies and a gentleman came up for prayer, and I prayed for them, and they all were for healing. But even more specifically, a lady wanted prayer for her knee. Her knee had been hurting for about 2 months, and she wanted prayer. And so I prayed for her knee, and after service, she came up to me and she said, "Thank you." And she said that she sowed a seed. She said, "Thank you." And then she said, my knee had been bothering me so much, and I like to go walking, and it's just been bothering me. And she said, "I just want you to know that my knee is no longer hurting. My knee has stopped hurting." And when I was praying for her knee, I had straightened it out, bent it, straightened it out, bent it. I could feel it begin to tighten up. So I was like, I was praying, and I was saying that it wasn't gonna keep tightening up, and I was rebuking it from tightening up. And man, I just prayed for the power of God to heal her, and man, God did it right there in service. And when she told me, man, I about to start crying, and I had to keep myself from her, because it's not an abnormal thing for God to heal someone using me. It's my hand, but it's Him doing the healing. So my hand is nothing different from anybody else's hand. But God has been using me a lot this summer, specifically a lot these last 2 years, but more specifically this summer, showing me the Word dwelling amongst me. I'm seeing the things that I read about happening, and so it about made me cry. And I was just so grateful that God will use me, and that God has been making things clear even prior to going to minister what some of the things that He wanted to do. And so I just want to encourage you to be open to God using you, and to not be afraid, and to use your faith, and that you are to be walking out. You ought to be walking out the things that we read about. It says miracles, signs, and wonders shall follow those who believe, not those who preach, not those who pastor, but those who believe. And so that is something that believers can do. Those are things that God will do through believers, should I say. And so I just pray that you'll be open, and that you pray for me, that I'll continue to be open, allowing God to use me. Man, not that tired, but I'm going to do some praying, I'm going to do some eating, and then I'm going to knock out, take a little nap, and I'll be refreshed. So I love you guys. I'm praying for you, and I will also ask that you guys, if you see this, that you post a comment, that you just post a little comment, nothing specific or anything, just share. Maybe God has done something in your life or through you, or something today at church, and I just want to hear, your comments, and hear what you've experienced God doing. Alright, well, I love you guys, and I look forward to reading and talking to you soon.